Hello everyone, welcome to Clean Coder YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve lead code problem number 39, which is combination sum. This is a medium level lead code problem. So let's read the problem statement quickly. So it says, given an array of distinct integers, candidates, and a target integer target, return a list of all unique combinations of candidates where the chosen numbers sum to target. You may return the combinations in any order. Okay. The same number may be chosen from candidates an unlimited number of times. Mhm. So two combinations are unique if the frequency of at least one of the chosen number is different. Okay, it is guaranteed that the number of unique combinations that sum up to target is less than 150 combinations for the given input. Cool. So they have given some examples, so let's try to go through the examples quickly. So candidates are 2 3 6 7 and target is 7. So I need to make 7 and I can pick the numbers from this array, and I can pick a number any number of times I want. Okay, so 2 2 3 and 7 are the two valid combinations. Similarly, for this test case, 2, 3, 5 and target 8, I can pick 2 4 times, or I can pick a 2 and then 3 2 times, or I can pick a 3 and 5. So all these sums to 8. So the answer is this 2D array. Similarly, for this third test case, there is no valid answer, so I can return the empty array answer. Similarly, for 1, there is only one valid answer, so I can return that. And similarly, for example 5, yeah, there is one valid answer, so I can return that. Let's check the constraints quickly. So the length of the candidates array is between 1 to 30. Cool. And a number between candidates I is between 1 to 200. And it's given that all elements of candidates are distinct and the target is between 1 to 500. Okay, so let's try to solve this problem over our whiteboard. Okay, so let's try to apply the brute force solution, and sometimes even the brute force solution is the best solution we are able to find. So we'll see that in this problem statement. So this is the first test case, 2 3 6 7. Okay, so the target is 7. So what I can do for each number, I have drawn that tree, like what possible array elements I can pick and what will be the answer for that. I have made a recursion tree. I'll try to explain this tree in depth. So array denotes the original array. 0 is the index from which I am starting, and 7 is the number which I am trying to make. So I denotes include. Include means I am picking that element. So include 2 means I have picked 2. Okay, and exclude means I am skipping a number. So the element at index 0 is 2. So I have included 2, and the sum which is left to me, or the value of the target variable which is left, is the target minus 2, or 7 minus 2, which is 5. Okay, this is the new target. So again, I'll go into the recursion, and I can either include 2 or I can exclude. So again, I am including 2. So the value of the target would now be 3. Now again, I have two options. Either I can include 2 or exclude 2. And if I include 2, the sum which would be left with me would be 3 minus 2, which is 1. So this would be the result. So going like this is my base condition when the target turns out to be negative. If target is negative, it means I'm not able to find any valid combination using which I can make the target from the array elements. So I need to backtrack in that case. So let's see another test case using which we are able to obtain the target. Okay, so if we start from here, 7, okay, we start from 7, we include 2, the sum would be 5, then again we include 2, the sum would be 3. So till now 2 has been included 2 times. Okay, now what I am doing is I am excluding 2. Now I am moving forward. So the index, I have updated that 1. So the element at index number 1 is 3. So what I can do is I can either include 3 or exclude 3. So the target which I want to make is 3. I can include 3. If I include 3, the sum would be 7. So sum would be 7 and target you can see is 0. So this is my base condition and I have been able to find a valid combination which is 2 to 3. Similarly, there are some other valid combinations also which you can obtain by making this complete recursion tree. So I have made this partial recursion tree, but feel free to complete this recursion tree if you want more clarity of this problem statement. Let's move to the example number 2 now. So this is another test case. Actually, this test case a bit more easier to understand because it's smaller and we can draw its recursion tree even better. So again, I have followed same convention. This array is nothing but this 2350 is the index from which I am starting. I am starting from 2. Can mark them like these also, and target is the value I want to make. Okay, so what we can do is you can include 2 element at 0th index, which is 2. So when I include 2, the sum I need to make is 6. Now again you can include 2. Okay, now when you will include 2, the sum you would need to make is 4. Now again you can include 2, the sum you would need to make would be 2. Now you can again include 2. When you will include 2, the element, the target, the value of target is 0. This is because we have included 2 4 times. So this results in 8. So this is a valid combination. Okay. Similarly, you can find other valid combinations also. Like here is another valid combination, like including 2 and then excluding it, and the element at index 1 is 3. So I am including 3 here. Okay, if I include 3, then the value of target would be 8 minus 2 minus 3, right? 8 minus 2, 6 minus 3, 3. So my target is 3 now. So again, I can include 3. I can include 3. So when you will include 3, the final target is 0 now. So this is again a valid combination, which is 2 3 3. This also results in 8. Okay, so let's move to this right subtree now. Now another valid combination which you can see, I'll move fast now, is once we exclude the 0th index, first index, then we can include the first index, which is 3, and then we can exclude that. Now we are at 5. Okay, let's add 5. So 3 plus 5 is 8. Again we have been able to make the target. So this base condition denotes this target. So from this recursion tree, I hope that you have got a basic gist of the algorithm or the backtracking algorithm using which we are going to solve this problem. And what our aim is? Our aim is to make the target as 0. If the target becomes negative, if the target becomes negative or I hit the end of the array, both of these are my base condition, and I'll stop going inside the backtracking functions if these conditions becomes true. So now let's see the final code. So this is my backtracking based solution. No problem. I'll go through this in line by line fashion. So this is the array candidates which is given to us. This is the target value which we want to make. So this function expects us to return list of integers. Okay, so for that I am making a answer kind of array, right? So I am passing that here in my this backtracking based function, and I am passing this original array also which I have got. Along with that, I am passing this initial index I. I'm starting from 0, so I am passing this initial index I. And apart from that, I am passing this another like array list. This I am passing so as to persist the combination which I have been able to obtain from that recursive solution. Let's say I started my backtracking, then I encountered 2, then I encountered another 2, then I encountered another 2. So to store these 2's, I'm using an array list. So I'll store these 2's in the array list, and if it's a valid combination, that is it results in target being 0, I'll store that in my final answer array of arrays. Okay, so that's why I am using this array list temp. Okay, once I go to this recurrence function recur, I am doing nothing but like these are the two blocks. This is the case of including an element, and this is the case of excluding an element. So let's check the including part first. So when I include the element, I'll subtract its value from the target. Okay, so its value would be subtracted from the target, and I'll add that to the array list so that I can keep a catch or keep a note of like which elements are there. Okay, then I'll do a recursive call. Okay, so once I come back of the recursion, I need to do the undo of whatever I have done here. Okay, so here I have subtracted array of I from target. I need to add that here. Okay, so here I have added array of I in temporary array list, so I need to remove that here. Okay, so this is basically the backtracking steps. Okay, so this inclusion block is complete. Now exclusion block is nothing but skipping that element. So how we can skip that element? I plus 1, just like we can move to the next index, and this would skip that element. So these are the recursive calls. So let's now move to the base conditions. So if I is array.length, if I hit the end of the array or target becomes negative, so both of these are scenarios in which I won't be getting a valid combination. So I am returning from this recursive backtracking function. So there is another success case when target becomes 0. So when target becomes 0, I need to store that combination in the answer, right? What I am doing is I am taking a solution array list. I am storing this temporary array using which I have built that combination. I'll store that here, and I'll add that in my answer. I'll return. So this is the backtracking based solution I wanted to talk about. What is the time complexity of the solution? Time complexity is exponential. So yeah, this is all I wanted to talk about. If you have any doubts or you have any suggestions, please feel free to add them in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and do share this with your friends, and please subscribe this channel as it motivates me a lot. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Hey guys, do check out this Instagram channel, Clean Coder Community, for all the jokes and memes related to software engineering. Thanks a lot.